Nigerian police is said to have advised hookup ladies, you want to call them prostitutes, to always tell somebody before going to their clients for security reasons, so that should they disappear, as some ladies have disappeared, it would not be difficult to trace their whereabouts and know whatever might have happened to them. And some people turn around to accuse the police of encouraging prostitution. Why do some Nigerians always go by emotion and sentiment? The police is a security agency and is talking about security. But your own prejudice about prostitution and prostitutes is making you not to see correctly what the concern of the police is, saying that the police is encouraging hookup or prostitution. When did humanity become asexual? We are created sexual animals, and prostitution is said to be one of the oldest professions in the world. One of the ancient professions, prostitution. Why? Precisely because human beings are sexual, and some are more sexual than others. The libido is not equal in all human beings. And without doubt, prostitutes have their service to society. That is why it is marketable. It is a service to society. For one thing, it contributes to taming rape. Rape. Even frustration for some people. Yes. Because while some people's libido is very low or hardly existent, some other people's libido can be very high, and they can become very desperate and frustrated with having a wife or concubine, and they take to and they go and settle themselves with prostitutes, people or ladies with high libido who are ready to offer themselves for money. But historical religions, I have come to see that historical religions portray prostitution or sexual promiscuity as the worst sin that a person can commit. But I always compare it to politicians who embezzle all the money or too much of the money to render a people miserable, economically, financially, industrially. So, well, of course, if you can take a lot of money to church or mosque, you will be eulogized and be praised, irrespective of how you get the money. But should somebody be caught for sexual misdemeanor, or whatever is considered sexual misdemeanor, the person is considered the worst sinner. But prostitutes, as we are told and we read in literature, in ancient books, have always been there. I will be surprised if it's not in the Quran, but it's in the Bible. Prostitutes and prostitution. So they have always been there. And why? Because they serve society. And when I mean society, their service contributes to sanity in society. Because you go to them and pay for the service they render to you. It's not a rape. It's not a rape. And it might have helped some people not to commit suicide because of sexual rejection by what we call, I don't even know whether concubinage is legitimate, though concubinage has always been there also, by poor and rich people. So are we to deny our own sexuality? Or we take consolation in portraying prostitutes as the worst sinners, as the dirtiest sinners? Somebody becomes your president and says that fuel subsidy is gone. So fuel subsidy that does not exist, and turn your economic life into misery. Is holier than the prostitute who is offering her body to needy people. I'm not justifying prostitution. Who am I to justify it or condemn it? I'm not the maker of the world. I'm not God. And God, who has made us, has not made us to be equal in strength, in knowledge, in eating, in sexing, and so on. So God has made us variously. And to single out the prostitutes and want them dead, want them insecure, I can't understand. I can't understand. They are rendering a service to society because they help to maintain sanity rather than people going on raping or even taking their own lives because of sexual matter. You see? So we have become narrow-minded and we play down on what matters most. People, corrupt people, ruling us, embezzling all the money, and cooking up fraudulent concepts for a subsidy, transferring funds to indigent households. Students should come and get loan. When you are paying millions of workers, you are paying them less than living wage. So all their children should come for loan. Is that what you are saying? So all these are there. So are you the one to kill prostitution that you met in the world? You don't know the origin of prostitution. We found it in all ancient books. So it's to tell us it has always been there. And it's a private thing. It's a private thing. Whatever somebody does with her own body or his own money is private. But the one that affects the majority, innocent people, you neglect it. Embezzlement of public funds. Boko Haram. You are fighting the opponents of Boko Haram. You are attacking the police, or you are opposing the police who say you prostitutes or hook up ladies. Please find somebody to tell your friend or fellow prostitute, your daughter, your son, your parents, even without explaining what you are going to do. Tell them where you are going, with who, so that if anything should happen, tracing you will not be difficult. Or maybe you should begin to write it down and put it where people can see it. If anything should happen to you, because it has happened to many people. If not only in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, you see it, people disappearing. They are killed not just for money ritual. Sometimes criminals just decide to sex a lady and kill her, maybe because she will want to get money or whatever. So, but we know that going for sexual appointment is a risky, it's a secret thing. We cannot run away from that. But the times in which we find ourselves has changed the paradigm, and the paradigm must shift. I will think that it is better to find a way around it. Tell somebody if you can, probably a fellow prostitute. Or better still, go and join a prostitute community where you don't have to be at great risk of being killed by people who know that nobody knows your whereabouts. So, in a prostitute community, I want to imagine that you will pay some tax for the house rented and for the services provided. You may have to pay some tax on your income, but your security is guaranteed in a community of prostitutes or association of prostitutes, whereby you safeguard your own security. But to go it alone and be risking your life. So I want to credit the police for raising the point, for raising the concern. The case of Tessie in Abuja, she came from Makurdi, Benue State, to Abuja and checked into an hotel in Gwarimpa, Abuja, with a man who killed her within 1 or 2 hours and checked out innocently. So he must have gone away with her phone. The credentials of both of them were not registered by the hotel, since it was not a long time issue. It was some hours they booked, 1 or 2 hours they booked. And of course, as I said, it's something secretive in itself. Sexual affairs is a secretive affair. But at least Tessie has been identified as coming from Makurdi, where she had all her education and where she was working. So some of her schoolmates must have identified her with her photo found on her Facebook page, where she wrote, "It's Tessie," and no more than that, it's Tessie. So with her photograph, she will be identified by some of her schoolmates and definitely her workmates. Should be able to provide her phone number, and the owners of the communication platform, MTN, Airtel, Glo, or any other one, should be able to provide information on the last activities on her phone. Ditto her bank account number. The workplace should be able to provide her bank account number, and the bank can also tell the last activities on her bank account. But all this means that the police must be provided with the wherewithal to deploy methods of getting at criminals who disappear into thin air without trace. I believe that the police have the methods to do a good job, and they have been doing a good job, but they can do more and better if they are well equipped and well supported. Because when criminals know that they are no longer safe, even if they disappear into thin air, they will still be caught. That will be deterrent. That will be deterrent for them. That is what I think should happen. So the police is right to say, how can you just go with somebody nowadays? Well, they must have fooled you with money, with laughter, with promises and money and the rest of it, deceive you into your death. But if you are always carrying somebody along, I'm not saying going with the person, but at least letting the person know what is happening, whoever it may be, somebody, your mother, your father, your daughter, your son, your brother or your sister, if not your friend. Sometimes, yes, there are friends you confide in each other, but to just leave it like that, and and then something happened, it's too late. By the time Tessie found herself in the hotel room with the door locked, it was too late. It was too late. Her two hands were tied behind her back. She was not even raped. She was tricked there to be killed. And that was what basically happened. She was not even mutilated for all we can see. Even the manner of killing her, we don't know. Was she drugged? Forced to take a poison? Injected with lethal injection? All of this, we don't know. But from the looks, her body was complete. Her under trousers on, her shirt on, her brassiere or bra on. No sign that she was sick, but just tricked there to be killed. What was her offense? Because her hands were tied behind her back, which suggested that she might have committed a crime against those people. But of course, killing a criminal without due process is a crime also. So, what was it? What was it? But let us take to the advice of the police in one way or another to safeguard security itself, security of life before any other thing.